Hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do an October 2022 reading for the sign of Aries. And if this is your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. You might have something going on for October, Aries. I'm going to put them down. So let me explain something real quick. I'm going out of town in a couple days, so I'm going to do a kind of a shorter reading than I normally do. I encourage you to tune back in middle of October for the mid-month, because I'm going to use this reading to catapult into the mid-month reading so that you kind of get a synopsis, a kind of a summary of what to expect in October. But when I get back, I'm going to hop on to the mid-months. Matter of fact, they might be out a little bit before mid-month. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe and notifications so you see when those readings come out, okay? Because I'm going to try to do a part 2. And this is something I haven't done before, so wish me luck. Hopefully it'll pick right up where this message leaves off. Anyway, let's get started. 8 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts. Oh, wow. Okay, 3 of Hearts talks about the third party situation. I'm sure you've heard other readers kind of mention that scenario. I don't usually entertain that kind of scenario just because I don't think it's as common as some readers. I don't know. I feel like they overemphasize it is what I'm trying to say. But if it resonates for your situation, by all means, take it how it fits, but don't make it fit. The 8 of Hearts with this energy, though, is like socializing and hanging out with people you love and family and friends and having just a grand old time. But interestingly about the 8 of Hearts, it also talks about the potential to meet somebody very significant, probably romantic, but if it's not romantic, it's a close friend, it's somebody who's going to be an ally in some way. It's going to be very, someone you really trust. And it may not be evident at first, it may develop into that. With the player energy, I'm kind of leaning towards romance, so let's say you're out socializing and you meet somebody, but you're already seeing somebody. You know what I mean? So I feel like this could be you kind of in the player energy of being indecisive. Like, I don't know, you met somebody that kind of made you think, twice about who you've been seeing. Let's obviously pull up some more cards to get a better picture. Wow, look at that. More hearts. Very, very emotional. This is going to be a very emotional reading. All around the emotions and things that mean a lot to you. 7 of Hearts is broken heart energy. It's about being disappointed. Perhaps the person, I just got this, download, perhaps the person you were seeing has let you down in some way, and it just kind of like, it's dawning on you they're not who you think they were. I'm getting that. They're not the person that you were really hoping they'd be, but just like the impression they gave you from the get-go, you're kind of seeing through it. So this is the card of, can be broken heart literally, but also just people kind of becoming unreliable. I feel like that's kind of the tone. That's why you're indecisive. So you're still putting yourself out there. Good for you, Aries. Yeah, you're not limiting your options. Look at that. More hearts. More hearts. This is the card of vulnerability. I see this as a young, inexperienced person, or it could be energy that you're embodying. It is not gender specific. So forget about the Jack. It could be Jack or Jackie. Okay? It's the vulnerability, though, that you're experiencing of being kind of on, I don't want to call it the dating scene, but I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. And again, if this hasn't like cranked up for you, it is kind of be the focus of October, because that's the intention I set for this reading. Six of Clubs, and this is going to lead you onto higher pursuits, personal growth, that kind of thing. It's going to lead you to new opportunities that were closed off to you before. I'm not sure what your reading was like for September. I don't remember right offhand, but perhaps you just exited a major cycle in career, or a relationship that wrapped up. That's all behind you, because now you're going to have these new opportunities. This is actually very, very positive. And as far as personal growth, I definitely think it's in the romantic realm or emotional realm. Could be spiritual, could be material, but look at all the hearts we have out here. You literally have laid your heart out on the table, Aries, and it's all destined. Another 6. So again, this is fated. This is part of your life path. This is a good indication that you are headed in the right direction. You've made the kind of decisions that are aligned with your soul's purpose. Again, it's all about new opportunities, new paths, new doors, new people, whatnot, coming your way. 3 of Spades. Interesting. This is the card of worrying about things. There's something on your mind here that's causing you to stress out about something. I don't know if it's, again, past relationships. Actually, it could be with this person who's letting you down here. This is with the stress and the worry. It's like they're, like I keep hearing, they're not who you thought they were. Yeah, it's like they presented themselves in a certain way, and you're just kind of reading through the cracks. It's like you're peeping in, and you have some insight into them. Perhaps they don't even realize how astutely aware you are. But you're picking up on something that's not. It's just not what you're looking for. This relationship, this person is not what you're looking for. That's why you're putting yourself out there. And you're feeling very vulnerable, so you're being very cautious and protective. Very smart. Here's the card of changes that needed to happen. So, yeah, I think maybe this person you've been seeing, you got kind of stuck in a... It's kind of a monotonous, like you're stuck in a rut kind of energy. So I think this is the feeling that you have around the relationship, that it's not going to go anywhere. And a change needs to happen, but you're taking that upon yourself. It's not like you're expecting them to change, which is perfectly healthy, perfectly sound behavior. And it's a sound mindset to have, very balanced mindset to have in this situation. Not expecting someone else to change. Very, very important. Kudos to you. A lot of maturity you're demonstrating there. Okay, let's look at your cards of advice. This is just, like I said, this is going to be your October. This is going to be the theme of it. You being indecisive about somebody you've been seeing who's important to you, and you're finding out some changes need to happen, so it's stretching you out a little bit, but you're leaving your options open. Well, look at this. You're on the way to ultimate happiness. This is like the end of the rainbow. Massive celebrations, just massive completion of a cycle. Yeah, you're doing all the right things, Aries. This is a very positive reading. Remember, also, let's not forget, this is destined. This is part of your soul's path. Wow. Okay, next card. Good grief. Could it get any better? This is prosperity. This is literally the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So here you accomplish the rainbow, and here you got the pot of gold. What else? What the hell else do you want? I'm being totally funny, sarcastic. Okay, but man, you have, you know, if this prosperity isn't like material wealth, you're prosperous in some other way. You're feeling the abundance here. Again, major completion. Major cycle completed. And King of Hearts, you're taking control of your emotional matters here. That was the first impression I got with this card, because kings can be very dominant and controlling, right? That's kind of their nature. But this is also the loving fatherly card, someone who firmly but lovingly guides you in the right direction. Maybe someone from the outside is kind of pushing you that way to like, this person right here isn't exactly, good for you, that kind of thing. Or you are taking the reins and you are loving yourself more and worshiping yourself more and just valuing what you need and recognizing that and just making that the focal point of these romantic pursuits, because I really do feel like that's what this reading is about. Wow. Queen of Spades. Now, she's also got some authority and power, but if you've heard me talk about her before, Aries, she's also somebody who holds back. I think the advice here is to hold back. I think with this person who's letting you down, I think it's about kind of keeping your feelings hidden for now. She's not necessarily, up to no good. She can be, but it's just this air of being reserved and not really showing outwardly what she's thinking or feeling. But yeah, I think to achieve this 10 of Hearts and 10 of Diamonds, this is kind of what you're being asked to do. Just kind of keep these doubts hidden for now. For whatever reason, I don't necessarily think it's to protect you, like you're in danger. I don't think it's to protect that other person's feelings. It's just kind of like, I don't know, timing. I'm hearing timing, like the timing isn't right. Queen of Clubs. This could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This could be you. Again, she's got some power and authority. She's very generous and supportive. I think this is kind of the energy that you're going to end up being. Does that make sense? So for now, you kind of hold back. Because when I go backwards in the line of advice, this tends to be kind of how it is. It's like going forward, I kind of see a progression. These are the steps. And this is what you're going to achieve. And this stuff is kind of like the background information. Like, ultimately, you're going to exercise this queen energy of being mature, wise, but also supportive and generous. And it's going to come to this point, perhaps, where you have to break things off with this person. You're going to be perceived this way. And this is how you want to be perceived. Again, don't read genders into this. So if you're male, don't, it could apply to you. It's just the queen is a different type of authority, just not as domineering as this king can be. What other advice can you give me for Aries before we wrap this up? Whoa, that must be significant. Yeah, you completed something here that was completely... Let me take that back. I think this is about breaking it off with this person who's letting you down, because this is, again, major disappointment. This is what you need... Okay, so this is what you need to avoid by taking the steps I was just describing. Holding back to yourself a little bit. Well, not just a little bit, a lot. Basically, just kind of going along with the flow. Because the potential here is to meet somebody. It doesn't mean you met them yet. But I think right now, it's perfectly okay to be in this indecisive energy. Because this card is talking about major loss, major disappointment. This is the downer card. This is like change is being forced upon you. This is what you want to avoid. I strongly feel this is what you want to avoid. Yeah, this 9 of Spades. You need to get past this. This is also a card of like a completion. So you need to get past this by embracing this Queen of Clubs energy. Intuitively, that's how I'm reading it. And I do think this is you. It's a fire sign. Duh, if it's a fire sign. And we're reading for a fire sign, right? Yeah, this is the approach you need to end it. The Queen of Clubs. Wise, generous, gentle authority, gentle power, supportive, and kind in her own way. Wow. Okay, Aries, that's intriguing. I'm excited to see the October mid-month. Okay, when I'm back on vacation, we'll get back to it, okay? Thank you for joining me. Like I said, hit the notifications with the subscribe if you want to see that next video when it comes out, or get the notification for it, okay? Don't leave it up to chance. It's hard to find people on YouTube unless you've subscribed. I've learned that myself. It kind of sucks when you find somebody you like or a video you want to follow up on and you didn't save it. You can even just save the video. Okay, at least then you would have a link because you could hit my icon and go to my channel page and all that. Got it? Thank you very much. I'll see you soon and take care.